40 years after the devastating meltdown at Chernobyl, the conflict in Ukraine has led to another major incident in the contaminated zone. The area will remain under military control for the foreseeable future.
President Trump's negotiators may return to Pakistan to revive truce talks with Iranian officials. The move comes after a previous trip was abruptly cancelled on Saturday.
The city of Islamabad has reopened after officials locked it down in anticipation of talks between United States and Iranian delegations. However, the meetings failed to materialize. Business owners are now expressing frustration over the closure.
A woman shares her experience of undergoing testosterone therapy, which restored her ability to have multiple orgasms. She now climaxes 6 to 10 times per session.
Tesla chief Elon Musk's lawsuit against Sam Altman and OpenAI heads to trial, potentially affecting the AI boom. The case involves a bitter rivalry between two tech giants.
People across Latin America and the Caribbean are struggling to access healthcare due to a sudden gap created by Trump's drive to stop Cuba from sending doctors to its neighbors. Jamaica, one of several countries affected, has ended its nearly 30-year agreement with Cuba.
King Charles and Queen Camilla are visiting the United States at a tense time in the transatlantic relationship. The royal couple's 4-day visit aims to heal the rift that emerged under former President Donald Trump.
The suspect behind the White House Correspondents' Dinner incident has been identified as a part-time teacher and game developer. Despite being a guest at the Washington Hotel, no motive has been determined by investigators.
President Trump spoke about the incident that occurred at the Washington Hilton on Saturday night. The president wanted to discuss the events that transpired.
President Isaac Herzog of Israel has decided not to issue a pardon to Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu in his misconduct case. Instead, he will seek mediation.
The Trump administration's approach to sanctions on Russia and Iran has been described as haphazard, with oil prices a key consideration.
Dwarkesh Patel's podcast has gained popularity for its interviews with tech industry leaders, including Jensen Huang and Mark Zuckerberg.
The Trump administration has made significant changes to the food stamp program, affecting eligibility, purchasing power, and benefit amounts. These changes were enacted through legislation and regulatory tweaks over the past year.
President Trump posted surveillance footage of Nelivufa Eastman's brutal killing to advance his immigration agenda, but behind the rhetoric lies a more nuanced story about the struggles faced by immigrants.
The Supreme Court will hear arguments in a landmark case involving Bayer's Roundup weed killer, which thousands of plaintiffs claim causes cancer. A victory for the manufacturer could end these lawsuits.
Adjoa Endo, a renowned stage and screen actress, participated in Washington, D.C.'s Folger Shakespeare Library residency program. She discussed diversity, equity, and inclusion in her work, including her role in the Netflix series Bridgerton.
The Supreme Court will consider whether a technique called geofencing used by police to tap into Google's databases is constitutional. This case could redefine digital privacy.
Students labeled emotionally disturbed are often separated from their peers, which can lead to feelings of isolation. This separation is a common practice in many schools, but its effectiveness and impact on students remain unclear.
John Batista, a celebrated musician and former late-night band leader, has shared his diverse musical taste. He loves artists Amel and the Sniffers and Erykah Badu, but surprisingly dislikes Steely Dan.
Research indicates that about 1 in 5 Canadians have high levels of lipoprotein, putting them at greater risk of a heart incident or stroke. Experts want routine screening for LPA to be implemented as it has no
a 9-year-old autistic child wandered away from school, sparking concerns about inadequate support for students with disabilities in Ontario. Experts say more needs to be done to address the issue.
A calendar featuring national days from around the world. The National Day calendar recognizes over 3,000 special days, weeks, and months celebrated globally.
Despite a lack of official data, evidence suggests that more women are choosing home births due to difficulties accessing maternal medicine in rural areas and growing distrust in hospitals.
Former Italy goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon describes a moment of critical situation before a game against Regina, where he experienced a concern incident that issued warning his career. The incident occurred in February 2004, when Juventus was 6 points off the top of the table with 13 games left in the season.
A recent wave of controversy has swept the internet, with celebrities facing backlash for expressing innocuous opinions. The issue has sparked debate about the double standards applied to public figures and the role of social media in perpetuating outrage culture. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash the like button, share it with your family and friends, and subscribe to our channel for daily trending news.